Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Good evening, everyone. We're about to start. Thank you for joining us tonight. Opening items. A1, call to order. Ms. Burgos.
Trustees present this evening are Trustee Romero, Trustee Magallanes, Trustee Alvarado, and Trustee Lorenzo Calderon Jr., with Trustee Ciro Calderon absent. You have a quorum.
Thank you very much, Ms. Burgos. A2, Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Gastelum, can you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Castello. B, public comments. We have two speakers for public comments. The first speaker is Mr. Nelson, Bob Nelson. Please come up.
the right glasses here. Okay. Okay, yes, Bob Nelson from Mainz Elementary, taught in Calexico now for 22 years, my 32nd year of teaching. We now have approximately 59 days of school remaining, and ACT still does not have a new contract. The cost of living is climbing rapidly, and the teachers are stuck on a 5-year-old contract salary. Do you expect the young teachers to stay in Calexico a 6th year without a contract? I wouldn't think so. It's pretty simple. Sign the paper saying, I'll return for next year, and then July says, oops, sorry, but I found a better paying job at another district in the valley. Give us a fair raise that's comparable to the other districts. You know, you are hurting the children, teachers, and the community by not giving us that fair contract. Teachers have stopped doing extra work such as tutoring and coaching, and the list goes on and on for that matter. You know, something that a great many of our kids need. So what's going to happen to summer school? I could go on, but that's up to you. On a separate note, it is really disappointing to know that the current retirement incentive for CUSD teachers is only $2,500. The average teacher reaches about 30 years or more in their career. That means that a teacher would be getting about $83 for each year of service, or less than $1 a day. That is an embarrassment to any retiree of any profession. 2 years ago, another CUSD teacher who was retiring spoke up at one of the final board meetings on the same issue. Her outcry for a better incentive led to retirees being given an incentive of $10,000. That decision was a nicer sign of appreciation from CUSD. However, last year, the CUSD retirees only got $2,500 again. I could not understand the reduction. Unfortunately, it's a sad reflection of our board and administration toward ACT teachers. It would be nice for a change to see ACT teachers who retire be able to leave with a sense of appreciation as though there were fireworks being displayed for all their years of service. How, you might ask? You can simply offer an incentive of 50% or more of their final salary. For example, El Centro last year gave their retirees 65% of their salary. That means an El Centro Elementary retiree got around $70,000. A few years ago, a friend of mine retired from somewhere around Riverside, Moreno area, and got a 50% salary for 3 consecutive years, plus his retirement. You might think to yourself, how? You might think that this is all crazy, but if you really think about it, look at the retiree's salary and then ask yourself one question. How long will it take for the young replacement to reach that the retiree's salary? The answer to that question is easy: many years. So in the end, it becomes a win-win for both the district and the retiree. We're not in the 1980s anymore. Step into the 21st century and give CUSD retiring teachers a realistic incentive that correlates with the times. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. Next speaker is Mr. Rodriguez. Aldo.
Javier Rodriguez, ACT President. Good evening, everyone. There are actually a couple of things that I would like to address today. The first item is the change on the current mask mandate. As you may already know, as of Monday, March 14th, Masks will no longer be required to be worn by students and staff in our schools. While mask mandates may be a controversial topic in education, the safety of our students and staff is not. What I've noticed from this change is a continued and concerning pattern with the way our school district handles impending change. My question to all of you is, why hasn't our district office reached out to its staff to ensure everyone feels safe and protected? Why has our school district once again chosen to work top-down instead of collaboratively? Instead of having discussions with its staff, especially those who are immunocompromised or those who have family members that are immunocompromised, our school district had no discussion to anticipate concerns and worries and to ensure that everyone feels safe enough to work and learn. When you enter your closed session, can you ask each other what a staff member or student currently undergoing chemotherapy or any other procedure that affects their immune system is to do on Monday? Can you ask each other if our school district has had the conversations necessary to be ready for a change of this gravity? Every day, many of our teachers have the potential of having 170 students enter their classroom, assuming there are no overages, who have potentially come into contact with 170 other students, not counting lunches or breaks. That is a conservative 28,900 potential direct and indirect contacts a teacher can have in one school day. Does it seem weird to anyone else that these conversations haven't happened yet? I hope I'm not the only one. I'm also here to discuss negotiations. I'm sure that comes as no surprise. What unfortunately also comes as no surprise is that despite our suggestions that our school district needs to do a better job of treating its employees better, we are rapidly now approaching fact-finding. I remember hearing that this would all be resolved before impasse, but I guess that statement was wrong. Please remind me, how much money has been spent on attorney fees to resolve negotiations? How much of that should have gone to our students and staff? And for what? Our full coverage benefits? Let me let you know something I hope you're all aware of. You can still afford to cover those full coverage benefits. I recently had two former students who happened to be prior financial planners from companies such as Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley reach out to me after they had seen CUSD's latest interim report. Boy, did they have concerns. In short, they did not agree with the narrative, and they agreed that the money is there. This is not including CTA's own budget experts, who also do not agree with CUSD's interim report narratives. What you can't afford is the bad faith negotiating tactics that have put us in this situation. I've had conversations with each and every one of you, and one thing has become clear. You do not trust the process that has been followed. You all seem to understand that we never had to be where we are today. But whether it was stubbornness or hubris, here we are. Whether it happens in fact-finding through a potential strike or even before any of that even happens, when you're finally ready to settle, please let us know. We have met with you every time you have asked, despite the dirty tactics, but we have grown tired of the sophomoric negotiation tactics we were always met with. This school district needs to do a better job than that. Take back control of this school district and let us help you build back what we all know this school district should be. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. See, announcement and convening into closed session. Thank you. Just, Janet, for the record, Mr. Calderon showed up at 5:10. Thank you.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.